You may be here today because you have gotten to a point in your life or your relationship where you're beginning to see that that once harmless porn has turned into something harmful. And though I know it was never your intention to bring harm into your marriage or your relationship or your life, that without your knowledge it happened anyway, you know the details of why you are here today. And I know the details of how to get your life back on track. Perhaps it was your lover who discovered your secrets and asked you to be here. Or perhaps it was your own free will to change and be the best that you can be. Whatever the reason, you are here now, and that is what matters. You agreed to be here to change the hurting into healing. You willingly are here to wash the garbage out of your life. And by you being here today, right now, you can change and be the best that you can be. In several moments, I'm going to guide you into a state of hypnosis. Though you may be fully aware of your surroundings, still you will begin to enter into a dreamlike state. You'll let your body and your mind completely release and completely relax. And when we enter this state, we will begin to reprogram your brain. We will begin to wash away the unhealthy urges and make room for healthy, natural, and safe sex in your life. We will begin to wash away all feelings of guilt and greed from all of those unhealthy acts and begin to fill you with love, confidence, and loyalty to the special loved one in your life. After several weeks of doing this session, you'll begin to see love and light, passion, and sexuality come back into your relationship. The feelings of guilt and distrust will fade away, and you will build the relationship that is healthy not only for you, but also for your loved one. Now, with your eyes closed, I want you to take in 3 deep breaths, filling your lungs with each and every breath and releasing all the air with each exhale. Take a moment now to breathe deeply. Very good. Now, as your body begins to relax and you continue to hear the sound of my voice, I want you to reach out your left arm and hold it straight out in front of you with your hand facing upwards. And in the palm of your hand, I want you to imagine or visualize a silver ball. Now in a moment, I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And with each number that I say, I want you to relax your body further and further. With your arms still stretched out as straight as can be, and you picturing that silver ball resting in the palm of your hand, I want you to begin to relax at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Deep sleep. Each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep, you will quickly, calmly, and peacefully enter the state of hypnosis. Very good. Now as you bring your attention to the silver ball in your hand, you notice that it is now a little larger. And because it is larger, it is also heavier. And the further down your arm begins to drop, the further into hypnotic state you will fall. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 0. And with each and every number that I say, you will relax your body further and further. With your arms still stretched out as straight as can be, and you picturing that larger silver ball resting in the palm of your hand. I want you to begin to relax at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Deep sleep. Each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep, you will quickly, calmly, and peacefully enter the state of hypnosis. Very good. Now bring your attention to the silver ball in your hand and notice that it is now a little larger. And because it has grown larger, it is also heavier. And the further down your arm begins to drop, the further into hypnotic state you will fall. In a moment, I'm going to count from 20 down to 0. And with each and every number I say, you will relax your body further and further. With your arms still stretched out as straight as can be, and you picturing that even larger silver ball resting in the palm of your hand, I want you to begin to relax at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Deep sleep. Each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep, you will quickly, calmly, and peacefully enter the state of hypnosis. Very good. Now bring your attention to the silver ball in your hand and notice that it is now a little larger. And because it has grown larger, it is also heavier. And the further down your arm begins to drop, the further into hypnotic state you will fall. Now I want you to take in 3 very deep breaths, filling your lungs completely with each breath. And on every exhale, I want you to relax deeper and allow the weight of the ball to grow heavy, so heavy that your arm begins to fall until it rests loosely by your side. Very good. Now feel that your entire body is now relaxed. I want you to bring your attention to your feet. Feel the bottoms of your feet as they begin to tingle and warm up. And feel your feet relax even deeper. Now feel that sensation as it moves up your feet into your ankles and your lower legs. Warm and relaxed. Warm and relaxed. And feel as the sensation moves up your legs into your knees, relaxing your joints. Feeling warm and relaxed. Warm and relaxed. And it continues up into your thighs and your hips, warm and relaxed, warm and relaxed. Moving now up into your lower abdomen and lower back, relaxing all your internal organs safely in your body, feeling warm and relaxed, warm and relaxed. And that tingling sensation moves up into your chest and your upper back, feeling your spine and your ribs let loose and become warm and relaxed. Warm and relaxed. And it continues to flow up into your neck, relaxing the spine and the muscles in your neck, allowing you to become warm and relaxed. Warm and relaxed. From your neck, the sensation moves up into your head, circling your eyes and your jaw, feeling warm and relaxed. Warm and relaxed. And with a final large inhale, filling your lungs with that tingling sensation, your entire body now becomes warm and relaxed. Warm and relaxed. Very good. Now in a moment I'm going to count again from 5 down to 0. And with each and every number I say, you will relax even deeper until you are firmly and safely in the hypnotic state. Let us begin with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Deep sleep. Each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep, you will quickly, calmly, and peacefully enter into the hypnotic state. Very good. Now, why are we here? We are here to wash away all the garbage that has blocked your mind and your sex life. We are going to rewire your brain to be turned off to porn and turned on to the love, honesty, and attraction of your loving partner. So long has porn had a hold on your mind and your life, and until it was nearly too late did you come to realize that you had so much more right at the very tips of your fingers. You had the thing that matters the most to you, and it is because of this that you have the power and the strength to let go of all of this garbage. I want you to take a moment now and remember the first and most sexual time with your loved one. Remember the feelings of excitement as they built inside you. Remember how sexually turned on you were by the sight and the actions of your loved one. And remember the loss of control you had when you finally let loose and had passionate, intimate sex with your loved one. Remember how good it felt. Remember how safe you felt. And remember how right it felt. Now, take a moment and look at your sex life with your loved one now. Does it have that same passion? Do you get those same feelings? And does it make you feel that good? No. The feelings have faded, haven't they? And though you know it is not because your love has faded, because it hasn't. In fact, you may even love that person so much more now than you did then. And it is not because their love for you has faded, because it hasn't. In fact, they even love you so much more now than they did then. So why is the reason for this faded feeling? I think you know the answer, but let me help you. Think back now again to that same image, your first passionate sexual encounter with your loved one, and think of the days that followed. Did you stoop to the low levels of watching porn? Or were you so turned on by your new sexual partner that you spent all your sexual energy on them instead? Now, think for a moment when porn began to fill your life again. Did the sexual tension with your partner begin to lack? Of course it did. But guess what? We can get those amazing feelings that you once had and fill your life with them again, the right way. I want you to take several moments now and picture your loved one. Picture just one feature on your loved one that you love the most. Now picture one feature on your loved one that turns you on the most. Now picture one physical act that your loved one does to you that you desire the most. Take a moment and picture these things. And continue to imagine and remember the feelings you had during your most passionate sexual encounters with your loved one. Feel the fire as it begins to build back up inside you. Remember what physically attracted you to even begin your relationship in the first place. Now take notice of how good this feels, how safe this feels, and how right this feels. These are the emotions and desires that can fuel your sex life with your loved one again. And I want you to clear your mind for a minute of these images and feelings. And I want you to remember the feeling of watching porn. Remember the feeling of guilt. Remember the feeling of having to hide it, to delete the history or lie to your loved one. Remember the feeling of emptiness and loneliness when you finish. And remember the feeling of betrayal to your loved one. Now, take a moment and put yourself in your loved one's shoes. Imagine how it would feel if you found that your loved one was hiding this from you. Imagine how you would feel if your loved one was having these relations and conversations with people behind your back. Imagine the feeling of seeing the perfect images on your loved one's computer, and feel the self-esteem drop as you begin to pick apart your own flaws and compare to the images that your loved one is watching. It feels horrible, doesn't it? It feels like thick, black muck just sitting in the pit of your stomach, doesn't it? Now, I want you to clear your mind for a minute of these images and feelings. And which feeling did you prefer? The passionate, physical, euphoric sex with your loved one? Feeling safe, complete, and right afterwards? Or the greedy, mental, unloyal encounters with porn, and the feeling of insecurity, guilt, and loneliness afterwards? Of course, you prefer the passionate feelings of sex with your loved one. Now imagine for a moment that you have now completely washed porn out of your life. You no longer desire it, and you no longer need to hide things. Feel as your relationship begins to bloom again. Feel as that passion you once had comes back into your life. Feel that every day that passes, your desire for porn decreases and your desire for your loved one increases. Remember the feelings of loyalty and how it can make you feel confident. Remember the feelings of passion and how it can make you feel loved. Remember the feelings of desire with your loved one and how it can make you feel more desirable. Now, take a moment again and remember that first passionate sexual encounter with your loved one. Remember the sexual feelings as they built inside of you. Remember the way your loved one moved, looked, and smelled. Remember all the features that you love the most of your loved one, and feel as the fire begins to burn for them once again. Hold on to these feelings and remember them every time a small desire for porn pops back into your head. You know now that the feelings and outcome of porn are nothing compared to the love and passion of your relationship. It is easy for you now to say no to porn and to look away. You are blessed with the person you sexually fell for. You are filled with love and passion for that person. Just like the night of your first passionate and sexual encounter with them. This is what is important to you. This feeling of honesty, of loyalty, of passion and pleasure. You have now let go of the false desires of porn, and you have remembered and embraced the passionate desires of your relationship to your loved one. Congratulations. You have made a decision, a choice, and an action to bring passion back into your relationship and honesty back into your life. No more hiding, no more lies, no more loss of control. You now have the power and the pride to be honest, open, and in control of your sex life. In a moment, I'm going to count from 5 up to 0, and when I reach 0, you'll be wide awake and fully alert. You'll take all this information with you, and you'll hold on to the feelings of passion and desire for your loved one, and let go of the hideous feelings towards porn. And so here we always go just a little deeper. And 1, you're beginning to feel all your surroundings. 2, feeling yourself becoming more awake. 3, eyes beginning to flutter. 4, eyes beginning to open. And 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open and wide awake.